Hello everyone, this is the most magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I'm back at it with another character review. And this character review is going to be on Gold Mythic Callie. And before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing good and I'm staying safe for the most part. And I know I'm probably about a day or two late on this, but that's mainly because I did that pool video. But you know what? I figured I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. Why not? While she's still a pretty new character. So yeah, I don't think we should waste any more time. I think we should go ahead and jump into this character review, shall we? Callie, Road to Survival. Her trait is tough. Her role is a tank. And her allegiance is a member of the Road to Survival. Now let's take a look at her stats. Her attack stat is 9,256. Her defense is 23,141. And her HP is 19,027. Now let's take a look at her adrenaline rush. Countermeasure. The recharge rate is 55 AP. A little bit faster than most gold mythics. This character recovers from all debilitating status effects. While battling on the defense team, deal 10% of this character's defense stat as damage to a line of enemies. Strong targets get the same amount in maim damage. Damage roll targets get the same amount in burn damage for 2 turns. So there's a lot going on here. So whatever debilitating statuses that Callie has, she's going to recover from all of them. And then on the defense team, she's going to deal 10% of this character's, of her defense stat as damage. And that would be to tough, alert, and fast. That's all going to be damage. Well, most of it is going to be plain flat damage. Strong targets are going to get that damage as maim damage, which can be, that can be really frustrating depending on who those strong targets are. And then damage roll characters will get that same amount of damage in burn damage, which, depending on who those damage roll characters are, that's going to be really frustrating. So there's definitely a lot happening with that. And I'll say Callie, she's a strange tune, and in a little bit I'll get to why she's a strange tune. It's not strange that she's a tank, but there's a certain part of her that I don't think they should have put on her kit, but like I said, we'll get to that. But overall, I think this is going to be a pretty decent adrenaline rush for sure. Now let's take a look at her signature move, Designed Trap. The initial cooldown turn 1, cooldown 2 turns, number of uses unlimited. All strong enemies get minus 50% attack for the rest of combat. Deal 25% of this character's defense stat as damage to a line of enemies. So all strong enemies are getting that minus 50% attack, which depending on who the strong enemies are, that can be a huge deal, or that might not be that big of a deal. It all depends on the matchup. For the rest of combat, like I said, that can be a big deal, or that might not be that big of a deal, honestly. It just all depends on the matchup. And then she's dealing 25% of this character's defense stat as damage to a line of enemies. Maybe that can be pretty good, depending on how much damage she's getting from that 25%, from however high her defense is, right? If her defense is very high, that potentially can be really good. So yeah, she's got a pretty decent adrenaline rush and a pretty decent signature move. Now let's take a look at her mythic abilities. Strength, 40% critical hit resistance. I'm sure that definitely works how it's supposed to, so if you can, I would level that up all the way for sure. Unfazed, 60% resistance to debilitating effects. Okay, that's actually going to be really good. I would highly recommend leveling that one up, because that's going to be, that's going to be beneficial for Callie. More than a 50% resistance to debilitating effects, that's going to be really good, honestly. So yeah, that one would be worth leveling up. Second guess, when being targeted by an adrenaline rush, 50% chance that enemy gets normalized for 2 turns. Ooh, that's going to be pretty good. Assuming she can survive the hit, depending on who hits her with an adrenaline rush, that's honestly going to be really good. And, a couple of factors. If she can survive the hit from the adrenaline rush, and it depends on who is hitting her with that adrenaline rush. So that one I think would be worth leveling up. Mutual support. This character takes 20% reduced adrenaline rush damage for each living teammate. Okay, that's pretty interesting. So yeah, that one kind of goes with second guess. Mutual support. Honestly, I don't see a bad mythic ability on her. I feel like if you can definitely, if you can level up all of her mythic abilities, I would say go for it for sure. Now we're gonna take a look at her specialist skill. Here's the weird part on her. Decapitate. When this character lands the killing blow on a target, that target cannot be revived. Okay, when I think of someone having the decap specialist skill, I think of a damage dealer, not a tank. And that's why I said she's a really weird tune. I mean, perhaps they could have, and perhaps they should have given her a different specialist skill. I don't know, something tanky. Decap, though, I mean, I think of a damage dealer, and she's not gonna... I mean, certain parts of her kit are going to do decent amounts of damage, but unless she's, unless she lands the killing blow on a enemy that has really, really low HP, that'll be good, but how often is that really gonna happen on a tank? I mean, I don't know how I feel about that one. It doesn't really line up with the rest of her kit, but whatever, what do I know? So, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at her weapon. Callie's Robust Modded Pistol. 40% defense, 40% HP, bonus defense. 40% defense when being attacked by enemies with more than 50% HP. Improved Stonewall. this character gets 50% defense at the start of each wave for 2 turns. This character's defense cannot be reduced. Okay. This is a pretty interesting weapon. She's got the 40% defense, which is good. It lines up with her kit. She's also got a very good amount of HP as well. And then the bonus defense, I don't know how I feel about that, but honestly, it might line up well with her kit. And then improved Stonewall, isn't that for strong only? I'm pretty sure. So that 4th slot is off trait, which I think that's really good for this character. I honestly can't think of a better weapon for Callie. How I would do this, I would leave the 3rd and 4th slots. They're really good for this character. I would go a little bit more up on the defense due to certain parts of her kit. And if you want to raise her HP, you could do that through mods or leader skill or whatever. But I think for her weapon, I would definitely try to get maybe 55 defense, maybe 50% defense, something like that. I would try to go for 55 defense. That's what I would try to do, honestly. Or if you want to go 45, 50, you could do that as well. Yeah, I would maybe aim a little bit higher on that defense due to certain parts of her kit for sure. So overall, I like her look. It's a little bit more of a simpler look. We have crazier looking tunes in the game. And I'm guessing by her artwork, she was the inventor of the Titan mask. At least the original Titan mask. Not the cool buffed up version, but the plain version of Titan. So, yeah. I don't have much else left to say other than, she's kind of a weird tune due to the fact she's got a damage dealing specialist skill, even though she's a defense tune. So, yeah. So, that's all I got for you guys for today. What are your thoughts on Gold Mythic Callie? Are you planning on pulling for her, or are you just going to skip her? Let me know. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments if you would like to. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Buck Beak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.